Napoli have made an improved bid, staying with United for Alejandro Garnacho, but Chelsea are now also in the mix reportedly.
Yeah, I don't buy this Chelsea in the mix. I think they would like to have Garnacho because he's on a small contract and he's direct and attacking and blah, blah, blah. But I think they know that this is not the kind of player that certainly the United of old. I don't know if it's going to be too much different. They're not going to sell Garnacho to what they perceive to be a direct rival. Then he comes back to haunt them because the narratives, I think, do matter in this country. So it's why we very, very rarely see situations like this. The bid is apparently 50 million euros.
Plus bonuses, and United won 55 plus bonuses.
My understanding is that 50 million includes bonuses.
Right.
And I also think that these Chelsea stories are coming from, I think they're being fed by United. Just put it that way. Yeah. Which doesn't mean that, if Joao Felix gets carted off to the moon or something and suddenly you have a Joao Felix-sized wiggle room in your wage structure, might not mean Chelsea wouldn't want to have a go at Garnacho. But, yeah, no. I think Napoli, by the way, Napoli's alternative to Garnacho, I think says a lot, is Karim Adeyemi, who they're suddenly presenting as some superstar. But I'm like, how long since this guy's had a good game?
I know, yeah. They like Zagrova as well from Lille, but again, he's a bit inconsistent.
Loans in and loans out at Paris Saint-Germain. Where do we stand on Milan Skriniar, Randall Colomwani, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, and most importantly, Juan Bernat?
Well, Kvaratskhelia is a done deal, so it's not, it's...
Okay, just done, official done, because, it was...
It was announced on Friday.
Well, I didn't remember you mentioned it. So he's there.
Yes, he was at the game yesterday. The loans was a problem because PSG had already loaned out 6 players, which is the maximum that you're allowed in Europe. So when they wanted to loan Colomwani to Juventus, he became the 7th, which was not possible. So
does it mean Skriniar is going to be the 8th?
So first they terminated the contract of Juan Bernat, who was on loan at Villarreal. So that took one loanee out if you want, and Colomwani took that space, so they're back to 6 now. But with Skriniar, that's 7. So Sharon Dor, the young Italian,
my boy,
who's on loan at Besiktas, will probably leave Turkey and go back to Italy, Fiorentina maybe. And then that would make room for Skriniar to be loaned out to Fenerbahce. It's not ideal, but at least you get them off the books. So, Marca in Spain asked Omar Mugarbel, the CEO of the Saudi Pro League, about the possibility of signing Vinicius Jr. at some point and whether it was just a dream. What did he answer, Gab?
He said, "We don't have dreams. It's just a matter of time and negotiation."
Time and negotiation.
Yes. If your time horizon is thousands of years, anything is possible.
Anything.
My thoughts on this. Why don't you, instead of talking about Vinicius, why don't you focus on explaining to me how it's possible that your average attendance goes down? What kind of business model is that? Your average attendance goes down by what, like 10%, 15%? After you spend all this money, people don't want to watch their Milinkovic-Savic anymore. They need to have a serious rethink. And what I'm told is part of the reason attendance has gone down is the non-PIF teams. They're like, what the hell? We didn't get this money. Screw this. There have been fans boycotting games in certain situations. And the fans at the bigger clubs, they were already football fans. They're already there. I don't think you've converted other people to football because suddenly they can admire, Aymeric Laporte and Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. That's not what moves the needle.
Yeah.
Lens and our boy, Joseph Julien, have themselves a new goalkeeper, and he comes from the Eternal City.
It does. This is Matthew Ryan, of course, the Australian international who was a Roma to warm up the bench, I guess. This was his main job because he never played, the poor guy. I mean, it's not the first club where he goes to and doesn't play.
But I might add, your boy Yuzolfi, hey.
I know. But you could also question Matthew Ryan to go to clubs where he knows there's no chance to be the number 1.
He backs himself to...
Well, but at least for Lens, he will be the number 1. He will play, I think, ahead of Hervé Kofi. Brice Samba has left to go to Rennes, so they needed another experienced guy. They found him with Ryan. I don't know how fit or match fit he is yet, and I guess maybe for a goalkeeper, he's not as important as for an outfield player. So
go to Wojciech.
Yeah, true. Actually, Matthew, I take it back. Let's see what he does.
Also, you keep calling him Matthew, but he does that weird thing.
Matty, isn't it?
No, it's Matt, but it's Matt with one T, M-A-T, as in like doormat. I don't know if
So
it's
is
an
it not Matthew? Did I make that up?
maybe Matthew is the name on his birth certificate.
Okay.
But he goes
But
by
Matt Ryan.
Matt M-A-T Ryan, which I
M.A.T..
always thought
All right.
was weird.
I'll ask him. Let's see. Gab, remember how Renato Vega wanted to play centre half for Chelsea and that Enzo Maresca was not too convinced and had a few things to say about that? Well, could Renato Vega play centre back for Juventus?
Well, by the way, on the Chelsea centre back, I neglected to mention this, but the guy who got the biggest cheer, the biggest
Chalobah?
ovation, of course, Trevor Chalobah. And what's his name? Was it Madueke? Stole a goal from him as well on Monday night. But if they're going to bring Chalobah back, it tells you where Renato Vega is in the cosmic
Absolutely.
pecking order. Why don't you focus on playing the positions you actually play and play them well? This deal with Juve, really close. It could be done by the time you listen to this. From Juve's perspective, I don't know what it is about Motta, who seems to enjoy taking guys who haven't always played central defense and turning them, because he's done the same thing, obviously, with Pierre Kalulu, who's been a success. It's 4.5 million euros. That includes Vega's wages and the loan fee through the end of the season. I guess Chelsea get a little bit of money back. I tell you what, once you speak out the way he did, I could understand why Maresca does not want to have this guy around. I do wonder, though, do Chelsea then now need to worry about the left back position? Because once you get past Cuckoo, then,
Yeah, Gusto has played left back sometime this season.
but he's a good right back.
Yeah,
and I knock on wood with Reece James, but you might need him at right back. And you might need Levi Colwill when fit again to play center back. So I don't know. I don't know where the pieces fit. More Chelsea defenders.
Yes.
But this is not a defender. Malang Sarr is a defender. This is Mamadou Sarr.
He's also a defender.
Also a defender. All right. From Strasbourg, 50 million euros.
Yeah, he will come in the summer. He's going to be loaned back to Strasbourg for the end of the season. He arrived from Lyon, where he was highly, highly rated from the academy. But he felt like he would not play at Lyon, so went to Strasbourg. Has done really well in his first half of the season. Strasbourg obviously owned by the same people as Chelsea. So this was the pathway. Is he ready? I'm not too sure, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another year on loan at Strasbourg at the end of the season. So the plan is for him to come to Chelsea in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they feel he's still a little bit too young and not ready just yet and stays one more season in Ligue 1. But he's a wonderful talent. Certainly at youth level, he was very, very good, like one of the best in his age group. So.
When I first saw this, I thought Malang Sarr was coming back.
Yeah, no, you don't want that either. Although he's doing well at Lens, and I'm really happy for him.
With Mamadou Sarr, though, unless they suddenly manage to shift some of their defenders, assuming at some point they're all fit.
I think Disasi is going to go.
This window or no, in the summer?
I think he wants to go this window because he doesn't play enough to, for example, hope to be called up by Deschamps in March. And this is somebody, who was not big part, but who was regularly called up by Deschamps. So I think Disasi right now would like to go. I'm not sure there's a market for him. I'm not sure where he could go. And I think maybe they're already anticipating the fact that they will sell Disasi in the summer to bring Sarr, who is younger and probably have more potential even.
But presumably smaller than Disasi, because Disasi is a very large man.
He's really tall, Sarr. Maybe not as
broad.
But still quite strong.
It's funny that when you go, you see these people, like, especially I went as a civilian, so I was in the stands, and when you see Trevor Chalobah is not a small guy. He must be 6'2", 6'3", I'm guessing. And then you see him next to Tosin, and he looks like a child.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Kyle Walker is expected to be undergoing his medical at Milan as we record this, Gab, on Thursday morning. But you're not a fan of the deal, are you?
No, I'm not. And the way it's being sold, because people in Italy, after getting over the initial, oh, look, we're getting Kyle Walker. Then they're like, wait a minute. He's not been good this year. And then they're justifying saying, oh, well, but he's better than Emerson Royal or Calabria.
Both of them got injured last night? In the Milan game, no?
Well, Emerson Royal obviously did. Calabria, I think TBD.
Was he okay?
But it doesn't really matter. Is this really what you need? Is this going to be a positive influence on your club? He does not seem like the kind of, when you look at some English players, you can see, I can see that guy moving abroad.
Yeah.
I can never see this dude moving abroad for obvious reasons. They can make the deal permanent for $5 million in the summer, which is one of those things that, if Walker's happy where he is and Milan are happy with Walker, they're going to make him permanent for peanuts, for nothing,
Yeah.
basically. Because, but whatever. He wants to challenge himself, wants to play a high level, doesn't want to play in England, maybe he doesn't want to play against Man City. That's fine. I would love to know at one point what happened. Hopefully he'll share a story and why he's no longer there. It's time. It's time. It's Texter time. Jules, our intrepid hero, John Texter, apparently loves Paulo Fonseca as much as we do.
Yeah.
In fact, he was ready to offer him not one, but 2 jobs, according to L'Equipe. First Botafogo, and then Leon, which I'm sure Stone Wise appreciates.
Yeah, exactly. He had a phone call with Paulo Fonseca saying, hey, do you fancy the Botafogo job? And Fonseca was like, nah, not really.
Did Botafogo coach leave? Is there even a job?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
So that's vacant for sure. What's not vacant is the Lyon job because, as you said, Stone Wise is there. And the start of the season, the start of the year hasn't been great. They lost in the French Cup to that fourth tier club. They have drawn a lot of games, so it hasn't been great. But
they're still in the Europa League places.
They're still
right?
fifth and not far from the top 4 either. But then when Textor is on the phone with on Zoom with Fonseca, he said, "Okay, no to Botafogo. Okay, what about Lyon then? Because I can offer you Lyon as well." And then Fonseca didn't say no to the Lyon. He didn't say yes either, but he didn't say no to the Lyon job. So this one is, I guess, wait and see.
Hey, can I ask a question? Just again, revealing the secrets of our trade. So Texter is on a Zoom with Fonseca.
Yeah.
Well, Fonseca speaks good English.
Yeah.
Probably better English than Texter, in fact. But I guess there's other people on the call who then tell us this story. Is the guy from L'Equipe on the call?
No, he's not on the call, but those kind of things.
Could this be something that Texter did to motivate Pierre Sage?
Not sure. That's certainly not how Pierre Sage took it. Real Valladolid are furious with Manchester City, Gab. Why?
Well, because there's a center back, Abdoulaye Juma, who supposedly City...
He's very good. He's 18.
We're very keen on. Very young guy. I have no idea who his agent is. They claim that this guy just decided not to show up at training to try to force through a deal to Manchester City. Presumably, if I'm Valladolid, I have a promising kid, and I've got Man City on the phone, I will try to jack up the price, especially after they spend 40 million.
He's got a release clause like every player in Spain for 6 million, and City are about to pay it. Well, the player will pay himself as is the way. And Valladolid are like, hang on. No. We don't want to lose you for 6 million. We don't want to lose you now. But I don't see how...
So what are they complaining about?
Well, the fact
he didn't show up to work, so they fine him. Okay.
I think the idea was that City didn't go through them to talk to the player and tapped him up, basically.
They don't need to.
I know, but that's the way, because he's about to go to Lens on loan, a part of the Kusanov deal in a way. And the Valladolid are trying, I think, somehow to cancel the deal, but that's not going to happen. He's going to move.
Yeah, I mean, I know we were hard on City before. I'm not sure
on this one,
what exactly they're doing wrong here.
Exactly.
Women's football have their first $1 million player, Jules. And weirdly, it's a defender, because normally defenders are overlooked for the Ballon d'Ors and stuff like that. They don't get the really, really big money.
Absolutely. Well done, Naomi Guillermo, who's gone to Chelsea. Well, he's about to go to Chelsea for $1.1 million.
From the San Diego Wave.
From San Diego, exactly. I think there was a lot of big European teams who wanted her because she's the best defender in the world. It's just as simple as that. And she was happy to come to Europe. I can understand why she picks the best team in Europe, considering she's the best player, the best defender in the world.
She signed for Barcelona? They can't afford it.
Well, I guess one of the 2 best in Europe.
Barcelona have lost, 2 games in the last 5 years?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
But Chelsea was still right up there with Barcelona, really. They are the 2 best teams. So great coup for the WSL, great coup for Chelsea, Sonia Bonpastor, Todd Burley, I guess, to some extent. And good luck to Naomi in Europe then, because I think it's a wonderful challenge to take on.